Let's talk about the new HIV preventative drug. The new HIV preventative drug that was discovered by Gilead Science, which is a drug developer. It was done in 3 sites in Uganda and 25 sites in South Africa. Everybody is talking about it. I think it is worth every second of our time. Well, the drug is able to prevent HIV infection with 100% efficacy. Yes, 100% efficacy. Just by us administering 2 injections in 1 year, that is every 6 months. We are all saying a new drug has been discovered. Well, the drug is called Lenacapavir. Lenacapavir, it's an ARV drug belonging to a class that is called capsid inhibitors. Well, the drug is in 2 forms. It is having the tablet form and the injectable form. The tablet form is 300 milligrams per tablet. Then the injectable is the one that has two forms. There's one which is 300 milligram per mil. Then there's one which is 463.5 per 1.5 mil. It is not a new drug. Lenacapavir is not actually new in the fight against HIV. It has been around, but it is too costly and expensive. That's why it is being used mostly in the developed countries where we are having high income earners. It is being used for HIV treatment. And how it is used is we have 2 administrative recommendations. How we can administer them. We have 2 dose options. For example, we have dose option 1 and dose option 2, but all of them have the initiation dose and then the maintenance dose. For example, if we look at the dose option 1, I'm talking about the use of Lenacapavir currently for HIV treatment. The dose option 1 has it that in day 1 we give 600 milligrams oral per oral, the tablet form, plus a 972 milligrams subcutaneous injection of the Lenacapavir injection. When I say subcutaneous, you have seen the people with the diabetes type 1 normally giving themselves insulin. That is subcutaneous injection. This is the same way this drug is administered. So that is what we do in day 1. Day 1 we give you 600 milligrams that you swallow as a tablet, plus an injection that will give you subcutaneous, and it is 722 milligrams. That is an initiation dose. Then on day 2 we'll give you 600 milligrams of only the oral tablet. Those 2, day 1 and day 2, make the initiation dose. Then we go to the maintenance dose. The maintenance dose now we begin doing it every 6 months. That every 6 months, that is 26 weeks from the last injection you got on day 1. We give you 927 milligrams, and we give you subcutaneous. So we keep giving you every 6 months. That is our maintenance dose. That is Lenacapavir. Someone may say, what if I miss that day, or I'm unable? Well, there's a grace period will give you that. Either you can receive this drug 2 weeks before or 2 weeks after the day that we schedule you to receive. Then we go to the dose option 2. The dose option 2, its initiation dose, we have it from day 1, day 2, day 8, and day 15. That day 1, day 2, we give you 600 milligrams of the tablet form you swallow. Then day 8 we reduce the tablet form dose and we give you 300 milligrams. Then we give you on day 15 we give you the injectable. Now we give you 927 milligrams, still subcutaneous. That is our initiation dose. That we give you tablet on the 600 milligrams on day 1, day 2. Then day 8 we reduce it to 300 milligrams. Then on day 15 we give you the injectable, 927 milligrams subcutaneous. Then we go to the maintenance dose. We still do it every 6 months. That is 26 weeks from the last injection that you received. As I said, we give you a grace period of either 2 weeks early or 2 weeks later. Yeah, the dose remains the same, 927 milligrams subcutaneous. Then we maintain it at 6 monthly. That's how Lenacapavir has been used, and it is still being used now. But the problem is it is expensive. So my people here in Uganda, really, we may not, my advice is we stick to what we can afford right now. So let's look at the research we are talking about. What is on the research? This research, I can say that we have a 2 phase 3 trials that is underway, and it is being conducted by the Gilead Sciences. Gilead Sciences, as I told you, they are drug developers, and this research is majorly to determine the efficacy of Lenacapavir as a 6-monthly injection to help prevent HIV. When I say prevent HIV, in this form we are talking about the PrEP, that the pre-exposure, before you are exposed. So that is the research that is being done, that they are trying to determine the efficacy of Lenacapavir as a 6-monthly injection as a PrEP. So as a PrEP for HIV. But now I need us to know that Lenacapavir is not the only injectable drug that has been tested for HIV prevention. It is not the first, because we have one of the drugs that was also tested for HIV at a late phase efficacy trial for PrEP, and that first one we are calling it CAP. CAP is capital A, I mean capital CAB, and it is standing for cabotegravir. Cabotegravir was actually approved finally by FDA. That was December 2021, and eventually it was adopted by the rest of the world, including even Uganda. We have it now. We have it included in our 2023 Uganda clinical guideline as a PrEP regimen. So that one was approved. So Lenacapavir is not the only injectable HIV drug. As I've told you now, we are having cabotegravir that is currently in use. So what is on this trial? The trial, as I've told you, it has 3. They are talking about 3 trials, or we can call them purposes. Let's start with the important one that we are talking about. So that is the purpose one. For it, it is a randomized controlled trial. Actually, let me say it was a randomized controlled trial, and it was being conducted among over 5,000 people. Maybe to be specific, the number is 5,338, and it was specifically on cisgender women. Cisgender woman means a woman who was biologically born a woman, not someone who was born male and then decided to change, or someone who identifies as a female. But cisgender, I don't want to go into sexuality, but cisgender is someone who was born biologically a woman. So the research was done it was done among over 5,000 cisgender women that are in Uganda and South Africa. So in South Africa, as we say, there were 25 research sites. Then in Uganda, there were only 3. And the ages that they were specific to was 16 years to 25 years. And someone may ask, why are we using women? Now we should know that women become a priority because in Eastern and Southern Africa, young women are the population who bear the brunt of new HIV infection. And yet they also find challenges with these daily pills, this daily PrEP that is currently being used. Their challenges can be in terms of of social, or maybe even the structure of the drug, and maintaining it is not easy. To take it every day is not easy. So this test was actually designed to test both Lenacapavir and to test Lenacapavir as a 6-monthly injectable drug for HIV PrEP, and also there's another drug called Discovery for the medics. Discovery is the combination of F and TF. TAF. Then Discovery is a new PrEP. So it is a new PrEP regimen as a daily pill. And this research was scheduled to run up to 2027, but we are aware that FDA had temporarily put a hold on to this research. And the main reason was that there was concern of the solution of Lenacapavir and the glass vial, the container in which it was being kept, that there was a concern of incompatibility. But later on, they removed the hold from and let the research continue. So in this research, we want to know if the injectable Lenacapavir is superior to the already available PrEP, that is the Truvada, which is F plus TDF, which is a daily pill, which has been around for a decade, almost over a decade. And secondly, we also wanted to know if the Discovery, which is the new PrEP available, is as effective as the already in use Truvada. That was the major aim of the research. And we must know that firstly it was a double-blinded research, a double-blinded study, meaning neither the participants nor the researchers knew which treatment these participants were taking. That is what we mean by a double-blinded research when we come to medicine. So these 5,000 people were put in a ratio of 2:1. The first one being Lenacapavir, which had 2,134 people, and then the Discovery had 2,136 people. Then the Truvada had 1,068 people. We should note that it is the Lenacapavir and Discovery that was being researched on. Truvada is a PrEP that has been around, so we don't have people on placebo because already we have PrEP that is available. That's why Truvada was added in the research instead of putting a placebo. Now the research result was so amazing because of the 2,134 women, cisgender women who received the Lenacapavir, the new drug, none contracted HIV. None. There was zero contraction, meaning it had 100% efficacy in preventing HIV. And yet the Discovery, the daily pill, the new daily pill, we had about 39 people. 39 of those women who contracted HIV. That's about 1.8% of the research population. Then when you go to the Truvada, the current PrEP in use, we had 16 people contracting HIV. This result was so amazing that at a recent independent independent data safety monitoring board, after their review, they came up with a recommendation that the blinded phase of this trial be scrapped off or be stopped, and then participants be given a choice because of all these over 2,000 people. None contracted HIV, and the drug is showing 100% efficacy. So they said, let's remove the blinded part of the trial and let these people be given a choice of PrEP. So people will now be given PrEP knowingly that you're taking Lenacapavir. And as I've told you that the drug was able to prevent HIV just by 2 injections per year, done every 6 months. Maybe someone may ask, what is this committee? Now this committee, which we are calling Independent Data Safety Monitoring Board, it is a committee of experts that is always put at the start of every clinical trial. This committee monitors the safety and the progress of a research, where if there are risks, they will stop it. If there are no risks, they will give their recommendations based on the data. So this committee ensures that a trial doesn't continue if there is harm or a clear benefit in one arm of the trial over the others. And now today the committee is saying, according to the data, the blinded phase be stopped and cases be open to the people receiving PrEP. That is something great that the world has to rejoice about. But besides all these excitements, there's a big question. For example, when you see the New York Times, that was last month in June, they said the outstanding question is access, because they lead this company charges about $42,250 per patient per year for Lenacapavir. That is $42,250 per patient per year on Lenacapavir being used as HIV treatment. Now, where does this leave us? Because this is so expensive. If you're to change it into Uganda shillings, that is between 145 million to 150 million Ugandan shillings. We are really a poor population, so to us that is where the hope may end. So in conclusion, it is not affordable for Ugandans and maybe so many African countries. But then Gailid says it is committed to making large volumes of this drug available at prices that will enable widespread availability as quickly as possible in low-income African countries and other countries that are having high rates of HIV or high incidence of HIV. Anyway, that is not for us to decide. What am I saying? I'm saying not all is lost, because currently we are able to prevent HIV. There are so many ways of preventing HIV infection, and we have available regimen we are using for PrEP. We have them. Every country, even the low-income earning countries like Uganda, because even our 2023 UCG, the Uganda Clinical Guideline, has a lot of regimens for PrEP. Yes, for example, we have the TDF FTC, it is available. Then we have the TDF 3TC, it is available. We have the PrEP ring. PrEP ring actually is a flexible silicone material that is containing 25 milligrams of dapivirine, and it's inserted into the vagina, and it stays there for a month. Actually, it stays for a month, and it is able to prevent HIV locally. Though one advantage is that it doesn't have these systemic side effects, because it is going to work locally within the vagina. Normally it is to prevent HIV infection through sexual intercourse. Anyway, the pivirine is a non-nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitor, which I'm not going to explain a lot. Maybe what you should know is that this reduces HIV to replicate itself inside a healthy cell. They don't have systemic side effects. They are okay. Then we have another PrEP. We have the long-acting injectable PrEP that I talked about. That is CAP, which is cabotegravir. Cabotegravir, our current UCG allows us to administer it in the buttocks once every 8 weeks as an IM intramuscular injection, and it has about 95% efficacy, or it is about 95% effective. Yes, so that is where we are. So we are not that badly off. At least we have means to prevent HIV. And then besides PrEP, there are so many others that we give you on Health Talk. At least we are aware about it. Maybe what we should know is that PrEP is the use of ARV drugs by HIV uninfected person to prevent acquisition of HIV before exposure to HIV. That is PrEP. Anyway, it is a great milestone against the fight about the fight against HIV, but let's use what is still available besides the excitement.